and Assalamu alaikum 3 class. Take out your junior English and open page number 43. You will mention CW and short date at the top of your page. Today our topic is adverbs. First of all, let's discuss what are adverbs, okay? Look here that adverbs modify or describes verbs, okay? So verbs are the action. Adverbs describe us how the actions are performed, okay? Adverbs also change and tell us how, where and when action are happened, okay? So adverbs tell us that how, when or where actions are happen. Let's read this sentence. I ate my dinner quickly. Okay, so ate is the verb, dinner is noun. I ate my dinner quickly. It shows that how you have eaten or performed your verb. So you ate quickly. So here the quickly is adverb. Here is another example, that is my father came home early. So early describes an action, that how or when father came. So it is early. So early is adverb here. Ly also show us that it's an adverb, okay? So let's recall the definition of an adverb. An adverb is a word that tells something more about a verb, okay? It also tells us how, where or when an action happens. Here are some examples of adverbs which are daily, somewhere, quickly, everywhere, calmly, regularly, nowhere, freely, silently, near, soon, etc. Okay? So you can recognize adverb with ly. Let's do our exercise. Open page number 43. So let's read part A. Write the adverb contained in each of these sentences. Read out the first sentence. Here you have to write or find the adverb. Okay, so read out the first sentence. The farmer told the hiker plainly what he thought of him. Here, simply we can recognize adverb with ly. So you will underline adverb here. Okay. Next sentence is Martin slept soundly all night. Slept is a verb. How he slept? He slept soundly all night. Yes. Read out the third sentence. The gentleman raised his hat politely. How he raised his hat? That is politely. Very simple to find an adverb. Okay. Susan waited patiently for the egg to boil. How she waited? It shows us that how an action performed. She waited patiently. Okay, underline it. Read out the fifth sentence. The bus driver spoke. He spoke rudely to the old lady. Here the verb is spoke. How the driver spoke? He spoke rudely. Underline it. Sixth sentence is we all laughed heartily at the clown in the circus. How we laughed? We laughed heartily. Simply you will underline it, okay? Read out the seventh sentence. You should always try to speak distantly. Okay, underline it. Read out the eighth sentence. Sally cried bitterly when she broke her new glasses. How she cried? She cried bitterly. Underline simply. Okay, now you have to read out part B. Form adverbs from these adjectives. Then use any 6 of them in sentences of your own. Okay? So here is the first word, that is rough. Rough, roughly. Okay, write it here. Rough and roughly. Vain, vainly. Write it. Like that you have to write it. Okay. Third word is cozy. When we have y at the last, we will cut the y and we will do addition of illy. So it will become coozily. Write it here. Next word is terrible. Terrible, terribly. Write it here. Okay. Then read out the fifth word, that is joking. Joking and jokingly. Write it here. Write it like this. Then sixth word is equally. When we have L at the last, we will make it double L. Okay. So it will become equal, equally. Write it here. Okay. Read out the seventh word, that is noisy. Here again we have Y. We will cut this Y and we will write I in place of Y. So it will become noisily. Write it here. Okay. Then eighth word is single. Single, singly. Write it like this and then read out the ninth word, that is mad. Mad, madly. Write it here. Okay. Then tenth word is able. Able and ably. Write it here. Like that, write it and read out the 11th word, that is haughty. Haughty, and we will remove y and we will write I here. So it will become haughtily. Write it here. Write it like this. And then 12th word is loud. Loud and then loudly. Write it here. Then 13th word is hasty. We will remove y and it will become hastily. Write it here. Write it. And then 14th word is pitiful. Pitifully. Write it. Then our 15th word is sensible. Sensibly. Okay. Then 16th word is nimble. Nimble. Write it here. Nimbly. Okay, write it here neatly. Then read out the C part. Complete these sentences with a carefully chosen adverb. Now here you have to put an adverb. Roger the dog snored. How the dog snored? That is loudly. Write it here. Then read out the second sentence, that is Mrs. John stormed. She danced or she moved dash along the road. She moved and she walked or danced at the road noisily or loudly, or you can write any adverb here. Okay. Okay, write it here and then read out the third sentence, that is James brush his teeth. Here it comes regularly. Write it here. Okay. Then read out the fourth sentence. The baby was red in the face and crying. How the baby was crying? Even his face was red. So it means the baby was crying badly. Write it here. Like that you have to write it. Then fifth sentence is Sam always sings. How she sings? She can sing happily. Okay. Now you know that what are adverbs and how to form an adverbs. Okay. Do this page neatly on your book and then you have to send me your feedback. You have to learn it too.